Hello and welcome to my channel. In this tutorial we're gonna do this stitch. It's what the diagonal basket weave. It's really nice. It's really fun to do this, but boy, your eyes are gonna hurt until you get accustomed with this stitch, especially if you choose to do this kind of stitch with variegated yarn, which I will not recommend until you get the hang of this stitch. The stitch is reversible. This is one side and this is the other side. Yeah, it's really nice, this one. It's gonna eat a lot of yarn and it's quite thick, the stitch. So if you want to make a blanket, a hat, you can do with this stitch. It's really nice. Okay, now let's start this stitch. This stitch works with multiples of 6 plus 4 more. So I chain here multiples of 6 and now I'm gonna chain 4 more. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we're gonna skip the first 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the third chain, yarn over the hook, we're gonna go into that third chain and gonna do a double crochet. Okay, now we're gonna skip the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth chain, yarn over the hook twice, we're gonna do a treble crochet. So you go into that, pass the yarn through 2 loops, yarn over next 2, yarn over next 2, yarn over the hook twice. So in the next 2 chains we're gonna do treble. So move to the next chain, we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, move to the next chain, we're gonna do a treble. So we have 3 trebles. Now the first row is gonna be a pain, but now we're gonna have to go back to these chains that we skipped, 1, 2 and 3. So we start with this one here, so we're gonna do the same treble, so yarn over the hook twice and go back to the first chain that we skipped there, and then you're gonna pull up a loop and then we're gonna do a treble crochet, yarn over the hook twice, and now we're gonna go back to the second one, second here. We went into this one. Yeah, I'm telling you, the first row, it's, oh my good lord. Hey, I didn't put the yarn twice. So we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and we're gonna go into the last chain that we skipped. Yeah, this one here. So we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and now we're gonna skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth chain we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and in the next 2 chains we're gonna do treble. So move to the next chain, do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, move to the next chain and do a treble crochet. So now we're gonna have to go back into these chains that we skipped, 1, 2 and 3. So we're gonna start with this one, so yarn over the hook twice. So now we're gonna go into that chain and pull up a loop, and then we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and we're gonna go back into the second chain that we skipped. Yeah, the first row is gonna be a pain. After this one, it's smooth sailing. So now we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and now we're gonna have to go back into the last chain, this one here. So you go into the third chain that we skipped in there, and we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and again we're gonna skip the next 3 chains, 1 2 3, and in the fourth chain we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, move to the next chain, and we're gonna do a treble. Oopsie. Yarn over the hook twice, and in the next chain we're gonna do a treble. So we're gonna do always 3 trebles, one after another. So now we're gonna have to go back into these chains that we skipped, 1 2 and 3. So we're gonna start with this one. Okay, yarn over the hook twice, and then go into the chain, pull up a loop, and then do a treble, yarn over the hook twice. We're gonna go back for the second chain, this one here, pull up a loop, and then do a treble, yarn over the hook twice. And now we're gonna go into the last chain, this one here that we skipped there, and we're gonna do a treble. And now we're gonna be left only with 1 chain, yarn over the hook, and we're gonna do a double crochet. Okay, chain 2, turn your work, try to stretch this a little bit and make it like this, because you're gonna see the stitches. Okay, now in the first stitch here where we have the chain 2, yarn over the hook, we're gonna go into this stitch here, and we're gonna do a double crochet, yarn over the hook, and in the next 3 stitches, 1 2 3, we're gonna place 3 double crochets. Go to the next stitch, do a double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet. So this stitch has only 2 rows, yeah. So the first row, and you know, this one and the next one is gonna be the ones that you're gonna repeat on and on and on. So in the beginning here you're gonna have 4 double crochets plus the chain 2. Okay, so yarn over the hook twice. Now we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, 1 2 3, we're gonna skip, and in the next 3 stitches, 1 2 3, we're gonna place in this 3 trebles. So skip the next 3 stitches, and in the next we're gonna do a treble crochet, yarn over the hook twice, move to the next stitch, and we're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, go for the third treble and do that. So 1 row like this, when we did in the chains here in the bottom, we went from front and we picked up the yarn. Well, when you do this row, if you maybe this way you can remember, when you do the row with the 4 double crochet in the beginning, then this is the row that we're gonna do the treble crochets into the stitches that we skipped, these ones here from the back. So yarn over the hook, and you're gonna go from the back into the first stitch there that we skipped. Yeah. So in a way you're gonna have to push all this down after you put you insert your hook into that first stitch. Yeah, there. So if you push this, you will see. So this is the first, second, and third stitch that you have to do. Yeah. So yarn over the hook, pull up a loop, and do a treble. Yarn over the hook twice. You see, it's very difficult, you know, to make sure that you pick them up, the stitches. So this is the second stitch. So you're gonna do a treble, yarn over the hook twice, and the third one is here. And see, if you look like this, it's this one here, but because we push that down, it's easier to see the stitches. Okay, so yarn over the hook twice. Again, we're gonna skip the next 3, 1, 2, 3. That's why I said stretch it like this, that you can see the stitches. So we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the next 3 stitches we're gonna do trebles. So skip these 3, and in the 4th you're gonna start placing the treble. Yarn over the hook twice, move to the next stitch and do a treble. Yarn over the hook twice, and the 3rd stitch in which we're gonna have to do a treble. So now we're gonna have to go back into these 3 stitches that we skipped, 1, 2, and 3. So yarn over the hook twice, and you're gonna go from behind, and you're gonna go into the stitch, and after you do that, push it down so you see the stitches, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So you can pinch it here, you can hold it like that if it helps. Yeah. Okay, yarn over the hook twice, so we have 2 more stitches. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you work this with variegated yarn, oh my god, your eyes are gonna get so tired. And the 3rd stitch, a treble. So you push it back. Looks like this, it starts to form already. So again, yarn over the hook, well, not twice, because this row we started with 4 double crochets here and the chain 2. So we have left 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4th. So in these 4 stitches we're gonna place 4 double crochets. So you go into the next stitch and you do a double crochet, move to the next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, and in the last stitch, double crochet. So you're gonna have one row that you start and finish with 4 double crochets. So now again, you're gonna chain 2, turn your work. So now in this 1st stitch here, yarn over the hook, we're gonna do a double crochet. Now we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3, we're gonna do trebles. So skip the first 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and yarn over the hook twice and move into the 4th stitch and do a treble. Yarn over the hook twice, move to the next stitch, treble, and the 3rd stitch, a treble. So now we're gonna go back into these stitches that we skipped, but from front. Yeah, so yarn over the hook twice, and you're gonna go like this from front, and you're gonna do a treble. This row is much easier. The one from the back, it's difficult. So the next stitch is here. We're gonna go in there, pull up a loop, and then do a treble. And the last stitch here. Well, either way, the way you want to pick it up, doesn't matter. Okay, so now yarn over the hook twice. We're gonna skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. These 3 we're gonna skip, and you know, this one, when you see this going up, there are the stitches. So you skip the next 3 stitches, and in the 4th one there, you're gonna go and do a treble crochet. Yeah, I don't see myself too soon doing this stitch. I need a lot of patience with this one. So the 2nd stitch, you do a treble, and the 3rd, the treble from the previous row, right here, the stitch on top, and you're gonna do a treble, So now we're gonna have to go back into these 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, to do the treble crochets. So the first one is here. You can do it like this, you can do it the way you feel comfortable. So the second, and the third one here, this one, and you're gonna do a treble. So again, now we're gonna skip the next 3 stitches we worked in this one. 1, 2 and 3 we're gonna skip, and the next 3 stitches we're gonna place trebles. So yarn over the hook twice, skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th we're gonna go in there and we're gonna do a treble. Second stitch you go and do a treble, and the third one. And now we're gonna have to go back into these ones that we skipped. So yarn over the hook twice and go into the stitch, pick up a loop and then do a treble. Well, the stitch itself is not difficult, but it's so fiddling, this thing. But if you like to make a blanket with this, I think will look amazing, a blanket with this stitch. Okay, so now we have left only 1 stitch here, yarn over the hook, and you go into the last stitch and you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and now you're gonna repeat the row with the 4 double crochets in the beginning. That means we have to go from behind, yeah, to do the, so you're gonna do a double crochet right here into the first stitch, and then you're gonna do the next 3 stitches double crochet, and then you're gonna skip the next 3, and in the next 3 you're gonna do the treble, and then you go back to these ones that you skipped, and so on. And at the end you're gonna be left with 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, in which you place 4 double crochet. You chain 2 and you start again. Yeah, it's not difficult, but boy, front, back, it's, yeah, well, if you like this stitch, give it a try. A blanket, it's really thick. It's thick for winter, cold winter days. Oof, to have a scarf, you know, or a blanket with this, it's really nice. Look at this, it's nice. So give it a try. I'm sure some of you are gonna say, nope, I'm not in a mood for this one. Maybe later when I retire. I don't know. Okay, well, have fun, try this stitch, you're gonna love it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.